first time using this camera, so I have no idea what I'm recording here. But we are on the trail and we are heading to Horseshoe Bend to take some pictures of Horseshoe Bend at sunset. And we'll probably be out here very early again tomorrow morning to shoot it at dawn, because we've been told that that's probably the best time to be out here shooting it. Well, this came up a pretty steep hill and we are still on the trail, but it looks like the sun is pretty well down behind that mesa over there. So I think we just might have missed sunset, but it's okay because I think this is far enough away from the city that we should be able to get some pretty decent night sky pictures out here. So even if we don't get real good shots of sunset, we may get some good night sky pictures. Okay, so this is the next leg of the trail, going downhill now. Thought we were getting close, but apparently we need to go over there somewhere. There's a whole bunch of people down there watching the sunset, I think. Around here a little bit, because this is just absolutely beautiful. This whole area is just really amazing. And there it is. Wow, you're really close to it. Wow. Horseshoe Bend.
Okay, so we made it to the top of Horseshoe Bend, and there it is. We're like right at the edge.
Hopefully our windshield isn't too dirty. We are in our Jeep Grand Cherokee, which is actually a very interesting little vehicle, but we'll talk more about that later. We are heading into the Lake Powell area, and this is just right outside of Page. And this is the incredible scenery that we get as we are driving out of town. It is just, it's amazing. It's a beautiful place. We're coming up on this big old bridge that crosses the dam, which is actually very cool. We took pictures of it the other day, just taping along here, so you'll see the bridge, which is actually over there. Oh, well, no, you can't see it anymore. It's the bridge. And we're going to be going over here in just a minute. From the bridge. Quite the recreational area. Lots of activity around the dam. We're getting ready to get off on our first adventure for the day. We're heading up to the Kanab Ranger Station first to check on conditions. We are planning to do some hiking in Buckskin Gulch today, but they've had a lot of rain and we don't know what the conditions are if you can even get to that area. So we need to check in with the ranger station and then we will make our plans according to what kind of information we find there. great scenery out here. I mean, this it's amazing. To be out in the desert and then to see all these lakes and stuff, it's pretty wild. Okay, down there that we were just looking at is Wahib Marina. Navajo Indians are all over this whole entire area, and they own a lot of the land. So a lot of them have Navajo names. Well, we are now in Utah, and we just entered the Escalante Grand Staircase, and this is just quite the amazing ride. The scenery is amazing. Every corner you turn around, there's something new and more impressive to look at. It's just incredible. Okay, we are off the main road, and we're on House Rock Valley Road. They just graded it recently, not this part, but the dirt part. It got washed out pretty bad with the rainstorms they had last week, but we just talked to the rangers at the ranger station, and they said it is in good shape. So we're not going to videotape a lot here because I will make you motion sick, but our journey into Buckskin Gulch is beginning. Okay, we are just now beginning our hike from Wire Pass into the Buckskin Gulch area. Right now we're walking in a river or a wash, and eventually I guess this terrain will change, but we're on our way.
Okay, here we go, down the wash, Wire Pass. Always looking at me like she's already said that in her video, but there we go.
And we're continuing our walk into the canyon, or Buckskin Gulch anyway, but this is like a little along the river or the riverbed wash here. We're starting to get stuff cropping up alongside of us now, where before everything was pretty flat around us, and now we're starting to see things build up a little bit, and as we get closer, which I am pretty sure that up there is probably the gulch. We're getting there. It's a long 1.4 walk and completely exposed to the sun, and it's pretty darn hot out here. But we got lots of water, so we're in good shape. We are now entering our first narrow area here. This will be interesting to see where we go from here. Okay, we got off the beaten path here for a second, to kind of just take a look at some of these rocks. And this is what this place is so famous for, is these rocks that look like waves in a way, and hence the wave is out here. Not far from where we're at, actually. Chico's going out there to check them out. Okay, this is our first actual real narrow here. We're heading in to the gulch.
Okay, we are entering our first narrows at Buckskin Gulch out, and it's very bouldery. But
wow, look at up here. Oh, neat.
Yeah. It's getting a lot narrower now. And just gotta watch some of these rocks.
Wow, it's a long corridor.
Oof, that's nice. Wow. All right. Take a little bit more and then we'll shut it down.
Okay, so we didn't bring a rope, and we found the first area that we probably would have really benefited from having a rope.
Okay, so we made it down our first little incline,
Here's another one.
and who knows?
You're probably going to
this
have
one's
to
not
take your
bad.
back off, but stand on my camera.
All right, hold up. Hold up, baby. Where are you at?
I'm right here.
Okay.
It's a little knob I can get. I'm good. That's not too bad. Okay.
This is not good. Here you go. Camera. Got it?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, that looks kind of cool back there.
I'll shoot it.
No, because I can't do it the way I want to.
Okay, I'm gonna go down this gulch. Oh. Oh wow, look at this. So behind me is Lori.
There's another one coming up. I like this. It's a shade. It feels good.
Wow, well, look at this.
Scenery is phenomenal.
It looks like we might get to the first opening. Yeah, it opens up here. Oh, nice.
What is that?
This one looks a little bit too narrow, but we'll go. Hopefully we won't get stuck in there with our backpacks. Oh. That's another drop. I said there's another drop. No, little one. Oh man, it's tight squeezing with the backpack. Hear it rubbing against the walls. All right, it's the canyon. Keep going, baby. Whoops, it's the rocks. Wow. Wow.
Wow, this is crazy.
Holy cow.
Okay, it's opening up here. It's not anywhere near as narrow, but this is just really cool looking. We came into this alcove area. It's just huge. If I'm not mistaken, didn't they say there was a spring in here?
There's what?
A spring. This is just so cool, all the different layers of rock and stuff. I think there's some petroglyphs around this area too somewhere. We have to look for them. And she goes back here, kind of taking a look back down the canyon, taking some pictures back that way. It's just very, very cool looking. I'm not really sure what this is, but there's handprints all over the place and the rocks here. Let's see if I can find some more over here. On this one there's some more. Kind of interesting. I'm not sure what that is exactly. We found the petroglyphs on this big rock right next to the alcove. We knew they were here. We'd read about it. You can see them. There's a bunch down near the ground.
Like a lot of it almost covered by the sand.
Yeah. It's pretty wild.
Bunch from over here.
There's more over there? Trying to find him. I lost. There it is.
Okay, we're in Buckskin Gulch and kind of walking around the center of it. Very muddy, but there's a good trail.
I was going to take a shot
Oh.
down. Right here. Just be careful.
It's like super muddy out here. It rained not too long ago, and there's pretty black clouds approaching from the west to east, and don't know. See how dark it is up there? So long as it doesn't rain, we'll be all right. If it rains, we got to get out of here really fast.
That doesn't happen. You can't get out of here fast.
Okay. Lori says we're seeing blue sky. Yep, we sure are. Yeah, we stay in the center of the trail. It's not bad, but I've stepped a little bit outside of it, and oh my gosh, it is slippery. All that mud. Oh, still some water puddles all around. But
There's a lot of water in here. They weren't even letting people in last week.
standing right where the confluence of Wire Pass and Buckskin Gulch is at. Here's Lori. And that's going, I guess, like south and east on Buckskin. This is Buckskin Gulch right here. See up. Walls are pretty high. And it goes down that way. That's where we just came back from. And then we got this wall here. Same thing up pretty high. And that's Wire Pass. That's where we need to be in order to get back to the car. And the clouds are right there. It's nice and clear. But then clouds. And they seem to be rolling our way pretty heavily. So we got to get back out to the car. Okay, so we're going down this narrow. Oops. It's always pretty narrow here. Ah! Oh, my backpack. I think I'm stuck. All right. There you go. See how narrow that is? Yes. It's pretty narrow. Okay. Come to another opening and then it goes into another narrow. Okay. Oh, we're into another one. This one's pretty wild. See all the swirls in the stone. Oh. This one's a pretty short one. It's a rock here. Need to climb up. Oh. Okay. But the red rocks. There's a lot of sandstone. And then, I don't know what kind of stones this are in the bottom there. They look like granite or something. Here we go. So we're coming up to this grade opening. And just look at the texture on this rocks. Wow.
Showing me my most graceful moment.
Did I catch you? Oh. This is probably our last narrows, I think, before we hit the open trail to head back to the car. But we got a couple of little climbs coming. On. Yeah. No. Oh, come on, darling. You can do it.
No, you're always getting me in these.
Oh, come on. Ow.
Awkward.
Okay. We can do it. Oh, I'm going to need to take my camera off. Okay, we got one more to go. And this one is challenging. But we can make it. We can make it. Okay, we made it. It's not bad. And now here we go. Last piece. Couple more turns here and we should be out of this. Oh. Alright, we're gonna go see the Toadstools, and they're down that way about another maybe half mile, or no, quarter mile. It's only a half mile in, so they're on top of that hill over there. Just to one side, and we're walking along this wash.
What?
So as we're walking along this wash, looking over to the right, you can see this, I don't know what they are, buttes, and they're just slowly eroding away. But the collars are really nice red, layers with white. And so we continue to walk. And I think the trail marker is right there.
Okay.
Making a right. You can either go that way, or we can go up. This will go up.
Which way should we go?
Up.
Okay. But I was missing something.
We started way down there. We've been following this wash, and then it finally comes to, well, the wash keeps going, but there's a little hike, can trail right over to the left there, and it comes up, and it comes right along here, and there it goes Lori on the corner. Oh yeah, right close to the edge here. Oh, that would not be good to fall in there. So anyway, we got to keep going. I guess eventually we'll come up to the end. Yeah, but it's kind of looking down. Ooh, this looks nice. All right, so we finally found our first one. It's right there. Got to go up to that one. We're at the red, at the level of the red layer, and it comes around. You can see a toadstool way up on the top there. Yeah. And there he is. I think they call that one the red toadstool. There goes Lori. Okay, so here's a red toadstool. And there's some more over there. Lori says there's a bunch of them, so we have to go find them. That's another view. The toadstools. But yes, there is quite a number of them. As we go through here, there's some more down there. There's a big one there. And just those white cliffs. We found this big alcove, and I took the route, and it took me to the top. Not to the top, but higher than Lori. Lori took the wash, and she ended up inside the alcove.
It's shady.
But she's in the shade. So we just kept walking down the trail. Here's what we see. A bunch of little rocks, or boulders actually, sitting on top of this white piles of sand. It's just weird. It just, I don't know, I can't even explain it. Well, we continued walking down the trail, found a couple of more. These are tiny ones. Some there's one sitting on top of two. There's another one way over there. But I guess this trail just keeps going.
Here we are at a place called Stud Horse Point. It was a really interesting ride to get here, and it's not a very well-known place. I saw a picture in a magazine and we found it. But over here are some of the hoodoos. I can't go too far because I'll be shooting into the sun. But the view from up here is absolutely incredible. This is the Glen Canyon Dam area, and it is really pretty. And we're here at the golden hour. They say the best time to shoot the hoodoos here, this is Lone Rock, the best time to shoot the hoodoos here is at sunset, and sunset is probably going to happen within the hour, so perfect timing.
So we took this wild trip through the desert in some really, some really steep roads. But luckily we had the four-wheel drive and it was able to get us through. But this is what we were in search of. This, I don't know, they're kind of like toadstools, but they're a little bit different. And there's like lots of them. Very interesting.
We are now down among the hoodoos. They're really huge. There's quite a few of them down in here. And then there's a canyon back over in that area. But these are the more popular ones over here that you see the pictures of, or at least these are the ones I saw pictures of.
So there's Lori. And we found these things. So they call them the pirate hats. Okay, so I'm trying to climb up because that's where I was. Get that thing. And I'm trying to climb up here. Shoot, I don't want to drop my camera. No. Alright, got one little cove to go. What? Oh. Alright, that was good.